Shucks and Kango, go mango, door knocker, I'm a showstopper. It's Diva, y'all. That's right.
What's up? Roth, hanging out here with Diva, y'all.
This week I sat down with the homie Asher Roth, whose album Asleep in the Bread Aisle is out in stores. He's been taking some heat recently about some comments he's made regarding race, but during this interview I got to see the true Asher, and you know what? I think he's a stand-up dude.
I'm gonna talk about shit that people don't want to talk about, because there's a lot of stuff as people moving forward that we have to just embrace. And people are so like closed off to like some weird shit, and I'm just gonna come out and fucking hip hop and be like, what? Because everybody thinks the same way. It's just how they want to like talk about it. And I'm gonna air so much shit out, and so people can fucking get along. That's all I want. I just want people to fucking. It's so easy. It's so like, what's up, man? I don't think the worst about you. Here's what I was talking about with my man today earlier. It's if hip hop can do it, anybody can do it. I promise.
Why do you say that?
Because hip hop is like, it's honestly.
Well, hip hop is so man.
One, it's so man driven, and it's black music. It is. There's no way like it was with jazz. It was with rock and roll. It's always been like that. But there's hip hop is black. You can't talk. There's no argument. Don't even come around here. Let's not even talk about it. I'm a fucking white ass motherfucker. You know what I mean? And Eminem and his mannerisms and how he got down, he was kind of a black guy. He was raised from, like, you know what I mean?
He was in Detroit.
White as shit. What? I'm from the suburbs of Philadelphia. I read a great article today, man. It was on the MTV. This dude sent me over. This MTV guy wrote, Asher Roth is proof that hip hop has won. And like, meaning it is everywhere. It is like, you know what I mean? Like, it has successfully reached the kids like me, who really, when people were creating music and this hip hop stuff, they were setting out to targeting us as audience. And then they're gonna freak out when a white kid comes from inspired from that, because that's what the biggest hate is. What does this white kid from the burbs, what is he gonna tell me about, you know, and doing hip hop?
What you gonna tell me about rap? Who was like the biggest surprise to you that embraced what you're doing?
I think in a sense of, and it wasn't like, I don't know if he embraced me as a person or how, but when 50 kind of went out actually in public and on interview said my name, like essentially like that. That was when he appreciates like authenticity and being genuine in your actions. And like, that to me was cool. That to me was like, all right, someone at least respects people for just being themselves. I'm in my most like vulnerable state being like, this is me.
That's right. I'm walking down the street, minding my business. Summer, sunglasses, itty-bitty, when this dude comes out in black hammer pants, a fanny pack to the front, a cut-off tee, Oakleys, and a bald head, and I shit you not, start singing, hey pretty lady, what you doing? I'm like, keeps on singing, hey pretty lady, where you going? I'm like freaking out now, and I was like, no lie, I ran like he was a dog. I was just like, start running. He screams after me, hey pretty lady, why you running? This is my life. Hey pretty lady, why you running? Let me put you on to the artist Concep. Based in Brooklyn but born in New Orleans, he's a dope illustrator, designer, and painter who's been doing his thing. He won MTV Art Battles back in '07 and has been blowing up ever since. He invited us into his home/studio to give us a glimpse at what he's working on and where he's going. How does where you're from affect the style that you have in painting?
Word. I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana. Shout out to the 504. Just growing up with Mardi Gras and the colors and the Zulus, the Indians, all these different things. Culturally, I think it's like a lively place. And part of the reason why I painted my crib, you know what I mean, the way I did is because, you know, outside it'll get gray and it'll get cold, but inside, you know, I always have this warmth and this color, you know what I mean, to make me feel a certain type of way. So New Orleans just kind of, you know, influences me to just be my colorful self.
What inspires your paintings? I always just say life.
What inspires me is like, boom, you look out the window and you see that tree right there, and it has like probably about man, over 1,000 shades of green on it. If the universe created that tree, that color palette has an immense amount of green. So as an artist, you know, what motivates me is the fact that I can create, you know, my color palette. I think I'm inspired just by the fact that I'm able to create. So with the fact that I can create, I have responsibility to do as much as possible. On some Pac shit, you know what I'm saying? Like Pac just wrote a trillion rhymes. And it's because, you know, he had it in him. So I feel like I gotta make a trillion paintings.
So where can folks see more of your work?
You can see more of my work at concepmakelove.com, ConcepMakelove.com. Right now it's just a web game though, you dig, until we can infiltrate Chelsea. Chelsea, can we get on 28th?
I just, you know, I really love your work and the vibrance of it. And
A little touch, hold up. It's got the little tear cooking right here, you know what I'm saying?
It's Diva, that's right. Things I learned this week, yeah. Can you believe it's been 25 years since The Cosby Show first hit the air? Oh my God. It might be the best show ever because 25 years later, the Gordon Gartrell episode is still hilarious. It's tucked into my socks. 2, the violence has got to stop, y'all. Rest in peace to jive and convict music recording artist Diva, who was shot and fatally killed at the Beverly Center this week in Los Angeles. Man. And 3, shouts to Stevie Williams, skateboarder and the homie, who hooked me up with a DGK skateboard so that now I can spend my summer trying to skate and busting my ass in the process. Gotta love it! It's another week in Amandaland, y'all. Yeah. Stevie Diva, y'all. Download my new free piece, Spandex Rhymes and Soul, for free on the internet. Featuring production by Green Lantern, Chuck English of the Cool Kids, Kovas, Droop E, Slot A, and Jet Audio. Chucks and Kango, Go Mango, Door Knocker, I'm a showstopper. It's Diva, y'all. That's right. Yep. Raps to the best, heads to the rest. One note at a time, you better clap. It's Diva, y'all. Of a show.